Hello, my name is Tyler Babbitt, and today I'll be presenting a push-up. The push-up is a closed chain upper body movement that has you starting in a high plank with your hands under your shoulders and your heels straight and your core tight. And the goal is just to push your body away from the floor using that elbow and shoulder extension. And it's going to require a lot of coordination and body control, body weight control. So for example, set you down here. When you get in a push-up, you get in that high plank, hands under your shoulders, and we're just gonna go down and then use that force to push off the ground. The push-up's purpose is to build upper body strength, core stability. You're working against gravity, so there's a lot of ground reaction force, and it requires an efficient transfer of energy throughout the body and throughout the movement to keep your body aligned and controlled. There's two phases in a push-up. The first phase is going to be your lowering phase. That's when we go down. That's your eccentric control phase. And the second phase is going to be when we push up, your pushing phase, which is your concentric force production phase. Your agonist muscles are going to be your pectoralis major and your triceps brachii, and then your antagonists are going to be your latissimus dorsi and your biceps brachii. Especially the two agonists will be very forced in the eccentric phase. Stretch shortening cycle is going to help improve our force production. When we go down, we're eccentrically loading, and it's going to help push off and give us more force going up. Our elasticity is going to help us store and release our energy. And then our extensibility is going to give us a safe range of motion throughout our push. There are two main joints being used in this movement. That would be your shoulder and elbow, or glenohumeral, and those are just going to take care of the flexion and extension of the movement. It's going to be mostly in the sagittal plane, and your core will just be used as isometric, and it's just used for stability throughout the movement. The kinematics of a push-up, our plane is mostly going to be sagittal, which means the medial lateral, our axis, and then the actions are going to be your shoulder and elbow. That'll be flexion and extension, and then your core on your body, you're going to want to try to keep isometric and no hip drop at the sides. The kinetics is going to be a lot of torque at the elbow and shoulder joints. The external force is gravity, and the internal force is going to be your muscle contractions. Then the only other ones would be ground reaction force. Obviously, we're pushing it off the ground. And then our moment arm is going to increase as we get closer to that bottom position. The push-up is going to be a third-class leverage system. It's going to have your effort in the middle of the fulcrum and load. Your load obviously being your body weight, and then your fulcrum is going to be your hands and toes. And since effort is going to be in the middle of both of those, it's going to make it a third-class leverage. The inefficiencies of a push-up, there's a couple examples. You could have hip sag, which is just your weak core control. You could have flared elbows out here, which could just be some shoulder stress. Your excess lumbar arch, that would just be a lot of spine stress. Or you could just have poor alignment, which would then result in some inefficient force transfer due to the alignment. Some corrective exercises would be plank holds. That would help your core stability. Some incline push-ups. It's a little different, but same movement pretty much. And when we do those, we just want to focus on our form more than just actually how many reps or what we feel. We want to make sure our form is good and we're feeling the movement throughout taking our time. Overall, the push-up is a full-body coordinated movement. It's going to require a lot of strength, a lot of stability, and a lot of control throughout. But if we have proper biomechanics, we can not only have better performance, but we can reduce our injury risk and improve our efficiency. Thank you.